Lex Luthor had just been cleared of his crimes, and regained control of his assets, including a significant portion of the Metropolis skyline. On his way back to his penthouse by helicopter, he tried to negotiate with Thomas Cord, to sell Cord Industries to LexCorp. However, Cord was unwilling to sell. In frustration, Lex made a comment that could be seen as a threat against Cord's family if he didn't agree to sell. Just as Lex presented Cord with a contract under pressure, the helicopter lost control and crashed into LexCorp Tower. Amidst the wreckage, Lex received a disturbing message on his phone. "This world is ours." Elsewhere, Grid is gearing up to take Gotham City offline next, transferring control of global power and communication hubs to his organization. Back in Gotham, Nightwing returns briefly from Chicago, aiming to deliver the recently captured Mr. Zsasz back to Arkham Asylum. A surprising call from Barbara Gordon reminds him of the Joker's lies, urging him not to let them keep them from Batman. She proposes a meeting later, without masks. As Nightwing arrives at Arkham, a sudden energy pulse throws Gotham into darkness, with a message through his audio receiver: "This world is ours." With communication lost with Barbara, Nightwing sees a mysterious person land at the doors of Arkham. Then, they forcefully break open the doors. They look at it like it's not just a prison. Despite his determination to intervene, Nightwing finds himself struck by a figure, with similarities to Batman, yet different. Before he can react, a sharp lasso wraps Nightwing, lifting him into the air, as the two adversaries decide he is suitable for their plans. Lex saw Thomas Cord hanging from the helicopter wreckage, but before he could help, a loud noise caught his attention. A man crashed through buildings, seeming like Superman at first. Lex had to move out of the way, as the powerful man smashed into LexCorp Tower, causing Cord to fall and die. Lex followed the man, who broke and took a piece of kryptonite. At Iron Heights prison in Central City, the rogues find it hard to break through the facility's wire fence, because their new powers make it tougher than they thought. They want to get inside to free the Trickster. Even though the Trickster double-crossed them last time, Captain Cold says he's still part of their group, and better off with them than in prison. Suddenly, they're all knocked aside by a blast, from a speedster crashing through the fence and the prison wall. Captain Cold is sure this speedster and the tiny woman with him are not the Flash and his friend. At Belle Reve Penitentiary in Louisiana, Amanda Waller tries to recruit Black Manta into the Suicide Squad. He hesitates, because he knows, it's never just one mission with Task Force X, there's always more to come. To convince him, she asks what he wants in return for joining. Firmly, he says he only wants Aquaman dead. Before they can finalize the deal, an explosion interrupts them. Two superpowered criminals, Deathstorm and Power Ring, are on a mission to release prisoners from several more. Lex watches with concern, as the man who looks like Superman, crushes the kryptonite into a powder. Using his heat vision, he turns it into gas and breathes it in deeply, visibly enjoying the intense high it gives him. With joy, he proclaims his superiority once again. This sight horrifies Lex, especially noticing that the symbol on the man's chest is a U, not an S. As the man flies away, now identified as Ultraman, he orders Grid to locate more hidden stores of kryptonite, and to keep it secret from everyone. Back at Arkham, the inmates who are now free, find it interesting to receive strange silver coins from their rescuers. These coins can also be used to talk to each other. They are the only communication devices that still work. By getting these coins, they've been asked to join a secret society. But not everyone is sure they want to join right away. Two-Face has to decide. He flips his coin to make the choice. In the end, all the inmates at Arkham agree to join. At the ruins of the Justice League Watchtower on Rhode Island, the criminals gather in front of those who recruited them, waiting for answers. Their talking and arguing stop when they hear Aquaman's weapon hitting the floor. Soon after, they hear the lasso of truth and Superman's symbol. Ultraman, standing above them, says there can't be any disagreements among them. He declares that the world belongs to them now, and that the Justice League is gone. Ultraman broadcasts their message worldwide, introducing the members of the Crime Syndicate. He explains that they come from another world where they used to rule, until the people turned against them, so they destroyed it. Now, they've chosen this world to conquer next, and they've already killed those who oppose them. The Justice League. To show their power, the Crime Syndicate reveals their prisoner, Nightwing. Superwoman holds him up over the crowd of criminals, and takes pleasure in removing his mask, showing that he is actually Richard Grayson. The Crime Syndicate warns that they know everything about Richard Grayson, and plan to find and destroy everything he cares about, along with anything that might get in their way. Ultraman talks to the new secret society, saying that this world spends too much time protecting the weak instead of the strong. He says that will change now. With their power, they can conquer the world together, to create a new order, one that is always evil. With the criminals now free to roam the world, the Crime Syndicate gets ready for their next step. But as the sun rises, Ultraman backs away, feeling pain from its rays. The yellow sun burns his skin. Lex Luthor watches as the sky darkens above, trying to see, that an unexpected solar eclipse is caused by Ultraman, moving the moon in front of the sun. This seems like a job for Superman. Lex Luthor kneels before a giant solar eclipse and exclaims, "Where the heck is Superman?"